Hey there traders, it's Ben Nathan here from the Daily Scalper, FX News Trader and Forex Mentor Live, here with your fundamental analysis for this week commencing the 13th of April 2015. So before we get stuck into what's happening this week, let's have a very brief recap of what we saw last week, which gives us an idea of the sentiment opening the markets today. So undoubtedly, the main feature of last week was the FOMC minutes. Now, they came out actually less dovish than expected. So, from the FOMC, we still expect a rate hike this year. There's been talk of a June rate hike, but over 50% of analysts expect that it's more likely to be October now in light of the poor NFP figures. So, we saw some dollar strength last week. Elsewhere, following the previous week's really good GDP figures, the British pound was on the up. Now, this was fueled as the pound rallied upwards, especially against the dollar and against the euro. And that was really following talks of Shell buying BP Group. Now, the reason why that was important for the pound is because the expectation and the talk was that Shell would be converting some of their money into pounds. And therefore, with the buy of BP, pounds would be injected into the UK economy, and the value of which is estimated to be at around £47 billion. So it's a big deal to see that kind of value going into the UK economy. Now, that's obviously strengthened the pound. It may have been held back slightly by the uncertainty surrounding the elections. So we did see a dip at the end of the week. So the elections, we're getting closer now, so we will start to see effects of those elections and the uncertainty playing around with the pound somewhat. So keep your ear to the ground for any feedback. Keep tuning into your news feeds and follow what's going on that side of things. So that's what happened last week. So the main things were the pound was on the up, the dollar was on the up, another one, the euro was on the down. So again, we've just had poor figures overall coming from the eurozone, and Greece did actually say, I believe it was their finance minister, said that they were going to run out of money on the 24th. So again, if you think about the logical implications of that, if Greece run out of money, then ultimately that could then mean a forced exit from the eurozone. So again, it's all these fundamentals that are going to play around with the euro price. So in terms of what's going on this week, well, there's a couple of things that we're looking at. It's corporate earnings season over in the US. So we're expecting earnings reports from key banking players such as Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, to name a few. So there's been a little bit of a slew of ongoing increase in mortgage lending. So we're expecting some pretty good figures coming from the banking and finance sector. Over in sort of the S&P 500, we're expecting to see maybe a bit of a decline this quarter as a bit of a backlash following the falling oil prices. So it could pull the US dollar back, who knows? We can only listen out and see what's said. And really keep an ear to the ground on any Fed commentary that bleeds through as well. So the euro again is going to be a fairly interesting one. So the eurozone's completed their first 60 billion of quantitative easing purchases. Now, Draghi talks this week with the eurozone minutes, and we're really looking to see what they say about the current debt crisis coming from Greece. That's going to be key stuff to listen out for. The only other thing as well, we've got Chinese GDP coming out on Wednesday. We're expecting that to come out at a fresh low. We know that the Australian dollar acts fairly closely in line with what the Chinese fundamentals are doing. We had some Chinese data overnight as well, or in the early hours of this morning. Came out much worse than expected, so the Australian dollar has seen a decline following this. So keep your ear to the ground about that as well. So that's the key stuff going on this week, and obviously a little bit of a recap from last week to see really what kind of position the markets open up in. Have a great trading week, guys. Now, as you already know, we're producing trading signals every day, so giving people setups every day for every single high impact news release. It's doing really well. The current statistics are around 5% a month on average. If you go to fxnewstrader.co.uk, you'll see our verified live account MyFXBook performance there. Also check out the Daily Scalper. It's our new scalping course, and we're doing a bit of a special with Forex Mentor at the moment, where if you go through Forex Mentor and purchase the Daily Scalper, you can save 25% on that as well. So if you're looking to learn to trade, guys, that's how you do it. We're always happy to help. If there are any questions you've got as well about trading in general, so if you've got a trading question or a question about the courses that I offer, feel free to comment in this YouTube video or on the blog where you've seen this video, and I'll be only too happy to answer. Even if it's a little bit of a lesson, something you need, there's something you're not too sure about in Forex, let us know, and we'll always be happy to do a little short presentation to help you guys find your feet. So have a good week, and I'll be back on Monday.